Hi, this is Theresa with One Inspiring Woman, and today we are talking about our Taurus Scorpio eclipse season. So this eclipse season is both in the sign of Taurus and Scorpio, and each of them have their own energy that brings that in, but then it's also kind of take into effect the other planets that are around them and how they're affected by those planets as well. So we're going to be talking mainly about this first solar eclipse, and this will be in the sign of Taurus, and it will start on April 30th. Houston time, it'll start about 1:45 p.m. and will be completely ending about 5:37 or 5:40 Houston time. So that just kind of gives you an idea of like, it's going to be a long-lasting one. It's not one of the longest ones, but it's going to be a long-lasting one. And then we're going to be really tightly conjunct to the energy of Venus as well. So we have a lot of Venus energy in this because Venus is really tightly wound around Jupiter at this time, and Jupiter's in the sign of Pisces. I know this sounds really interesting. I'm going to explain all of this. Hold on. This eclipse really aligns us with Uranus and harmonizes with Mars. So Uranus is kind of like that go with the flow kind of energy, and Mars is all about war, but we're really kind of like harmonizing with that war of kind of like, what do we want to bring up to let go? What is the war within us? What is the war within other people as well, to kind of bring that up, to bring it to a new healed state. Lunar eclipses affect us literally up to 6 months. Some people a little bit less, but on average it's about 6 months that you'll be feeling that. And because we're going to be in the sign of Taurus, this is going to cover a lot of items. So I'm going to go through a crazy list. You ready? Okay, so this is going to be personal finances, personal value, ownership of anything material or land-wise. Any of those can kind of come up during this time frame. Responsibility. Are you taking responsibility or someone else taking responsibility? Your physical health and well-being. This can also be psychic, kind of like what is like your mental awareness. How are you doing with that energy as well? This may also bring people into hoarding that normally are not hoarders. They may kind of bring in a lot of hoarding energy with this of kind of like, I need to bring a lot of security, because Taurus is always about being secure. Taurus is the bull, and he's always really secure in who he is and where he's at. So people are going to want to find that comfort, that security around them, and they're going to do whatever it takes to make themselves feel secure during this time frame. So you may see a lot of people kind of start doing that sort of thing. This is also kind of beginning with like new things. What are the new things that you want to bring in? These are kind of going to be long-term changes, not something like you instantly want this in a week or two, but what are the really long-term changes that you want to make in your life? What are the long-term changes you want to make in your career, your family, your relationships? What's all of that is going to be going down during this time frame. Let's see. Because of Taurus, I said your sense of security is going to be on high, and it's going to be really activated during this time frame. And you may kind of see a lot of people going, I really like this item, but I care for the money more. And so kind of like, I'm not going to do that. So a lot of people are going to be a little bit more picky about what they buy, where they spend their money. You could also see this in people going out to eat a little bit less, kind of like, I'd rather cook at home. I'd rather have the money. This is also kind of spurred on by what is happening in the world market at the same time. So you're going to see a lot of people kind of making changes in how they spend their money and how they find value in things. You may, one of the burning questions I think is kind of like how to, really is going to become forward is this burning question of like, how do I amplify my own self-worth? How do I make myself feel worthy or feel like I'm worth what's going on, that sort of thing. So a lot of people are going to have those burning questions, kind of like, how do I do this? You're also going to see a lot of people with another burning question of What is my life purpose? How do I make a difference in the world? How do I become of value to my world around me? So that's going to be a really interesting side to a lot of people of what is my value in what I'm doing, and what is my life purpose, and what is my value in all of that. And you may see people reevaluating some of that. Like, I thought this was my life purpose, but I think there's something else. So you're going to see that in a lot of people kind of like, I'm not really sure where we're going with this. It's a great time to kind of really look at kind of things that's been in conflict in the past. It's a great time to kind of reevaluate, kind of like, did I really do a good deal, or am I changing my mind? Am I doing something else? And like I said, this energy is going to be with us all the way until October of 2023. And this is kind of learning about kind of giving ourselves a balance, the circumstances of like, what should we want to see in our lives? What do we care to see in our lives? What are the circumstances that we're willing to change in our lives? So that's going to become really, really important for a lot of people. We need to discover what our own needs and wants are. So many times our needs and wants are really kind of like what someone else wants and not what we require or desire in our life. And so that's really important to understand that that's going to be coming up at this time frame. What are my needs and my wants, and what do I want to bring in? I also get the message that there's going to be a rebalancing of kind of like feminine and masculine energy throughout 2022, and this is going to really start bringing that forward. This eclipse, especially since it's in the sign of Venus, and it's going to be really tightly around Jupiter and Mars. Mars is kind of more that male energy. Venus is more the female energy, and Jupiter is all about expanding and balancing energy. So that's going to be coming up forward as well. You're going to see a lot of things uncovered during this time frame, or around the time of the eclipse. As we get ready for the eclipse and shortly thereafter, you're going to see a lot of things uncovered, and you're going to see them uncovered in public spaces. It could be affairs coming to light. It could be people that are in the political or, Hollywood stage, kind of like coming out, kind of changing their mindset, kind of changing what they've wanted in the past, and kind of like figuring out where they really want to put their energy. So you're going to see some changes in there, and you may even see this on the political side, but I guarantee you're going to be seeing this kind of like in little bits all over, even in your own personal life, because we're talking about the moon and the sun, like right next to us, all of this energy. We're going to also kind of find time to kind of reinvest or decide what we want, re-choose, kind of like, is this really the best way to highlight my talents? Is this the best way to highlight my abilities? And some of this is talking about psychic energy as well. What do I want to bring in, and how do I want this to come about? That our bull energy in Taurus is kind of bringing forth that what are we willing to push into? What energies are we willing to change at this point? Those are going to be some really good signs. And like I said, you're going to find that male, female, that Venus, Mars kind of balance at the same time. And that's something that's kind of coming on our planet slowly as we move further and further into 2022. And this is going to be forever. We're going to find more of a balance of that male, female energy that we really haven't had as much in the last, 50 or 60 years or so. You're going to find much more of a balance in that than we've had in the past, and really a great balance of energy as well. So let's pull some angel cards and get us some more information. I'm going to shuffle because I forgot to shuffle before I started. So make sure that you like and subscribe to my channel. If you have any questions about this video or other videos, make sure you comment on them. I love getting your messages and commenting back, and kind of maybe give you a little bit different insight, or give you a little bit different way to look at things than you do right now. So this one literally popped out, and this is all about focus. So this time frame during this eclipse is really kind of talking to you about, like, where do you want to put your focus? Where do you want to focus your next energy on? Healing. Is healing what it is? If not, healing is going to be a part of it. If it isn't already kind of like, I really want to heal this, it's going to be bringing up stuff from the past, so you can be like, I learned the lesson from that. Not to bring it up to kind of like re-injure or re-hurt yourself. It's all about, what am I willing to walk through? What have I learned from that life lesson? And kind of like, wow, I didn't think I'd make it through, but I did. And so that's going to be a really amazing energy coming through. This one is popping, and right here we go. celebration. I will tell you that eclipses are something that people should celebrate, and really do a lot of rituals about. I've done a couple of videos on rituals to do during this time frame, and I will be doing one, several of them myself. So I'm really excited to kind of bring that energy in and kind of bring that that energy out, not only for myself but other people as well. Working through a ritual during this time frame is amazing energy, and it can really help get you in the right direction and get you propelled for the next 6 months. That's an amazing insight. I thank you so much for joining me today, and I know that we'll be talking again soon.